Hey, it's Mark again. The first project I'm going to want to give an overview of is my ongoing 1953 Chevy two-door hardtop project. I bought this back in '96, right after graduating from high school, and I have had it ever since. And it is currently undergoing a complete restoration and customization and everything, and I'll get into that. But I thought first it'd be fun to put up a video explaining the first 45 years of the car's life, because it has always been an Iowa City car. As far as I know, it has never been owned by anybody outside of this town. So because of that, we're not a very big town. I've been able to track down everything about it, and I thought it was pretty interesting, and I thought I'd share it, and I'll try to keep this short so it doesn't get too boring. We're going to start the story of the 1953 Chevy in 1900. I know, that doesn't make sense right now. The Iowa City, A Sense of Place book. Turn to page 111, because I'm sure you all have the same book at home, right? Here we see little baby George Sturba in front of his house at 305 Center Street. And he was the one that bought this car in 1953 on, I forgot the date, but I have the receipt. We'll get to that. So this little baby grew up, stayed in that house his entire life, bought the car in 1953. He purchased it at the other Iowa City Sense of Place book, Null Motors. They were a Chevy, I think Cadillac, Olds, etc. dealership. And they'd been around for a number of years. The dealership was torn down, unfortunately, before I was born in the 70s to make way for a beautiful parking ramp. So that's sad that I never got to see it in real life. I'll be putting up a couple more pictures that I've tracked down of that dealership because I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, he bought that car August 4th, 1953, and I happened to get with the car this lovely packet containing all the original paperwork. I've got the receipts, I've got some service things, I've got all the break-in card and tire pressure information and a little insurance card telling you what to do if you get in an accident. Just all kinds of cool stuff. And I'll be putting up a few pictures of the things in here so you can get a closer look. But here's the tag that was attached to the jack that is now long gone. And the little tag telling you how to use the cigarette lighter. Just, I would say a wealth of information, but I'm not sure how informative some of this stuff is. But it's a wealth of geeking out. And just, it's just cool to know everything about this car, because most people don't have that luxury. So, moving on to 1996. I bought it from a friend's dad. I had been looking for a car from the 50s. I had looked at a 1953 Buick, two-door sedan, had a straight 8. It was a cool car. It was in a little better shape, but I was a broke 18-year-old, so I went with the car that was half as much. And I bought this little lovely girl for $1,500. And drove it home. Only broke down twice in that 1 mile. There it is from the back. There's the trunk of goodies. And as you can see, a restoration had been started. Hadn't got very far, but it's Iowa, so everything is rusted out. Basically needed everything. Interior shot, frame shot, suspension shot, brakes shot, everything. Nothing was any good. I mean, it looked like I pulled it out of a river in some ways. But I started fixing up some body work in my limited skill set. Of course, I had to spray paint flames on it because I was 18. Replaced the rocker panel, which fortunately he'd already bought, the guy before me, so I just had to attach it. And it looks good from far, but I won't tell you how much Bondo's under there. Got my personalized plates. Low 53, actually. There you have it. Because of the paperwork, I actually know the original license plate number when it was sold new, so I might try to have one of those made. So after the body work, started priming it and painted it. Are you ready for this? Bright popsicle green. And in case that wasn't flashy enough for you, rainbow metal flake. For a short period of time, of course, you had to have the flamethrowers. Painted the dash nice and gaudy. Remember, I'm, 19 at this point. Had the head off, had it rebuilt, new seats and stuff put in. It looked really pretty, but never really ran right. There it is at its pinnacle. And that's the nicest it ever looked. That was spring of 1998. At that point, I pretty much switched to just driving it and eventually ended up in storage. And I moved a couple times and it went from house to house. For a while I was in a friend's garage. Then finally, I started the complete restoration, and I'll have a different video getting into that because I took a lot of pictures. That just started a few years ago. I have a long way to go. I've got parts here at my shop. I got parts at my parents' shop. It's kind of spread out all over town. And it'll probably take me a number of years to get back together because I'm not putting myself into debt to do this car. Those days are past. I am now an adult and I take care of the bills and the credit card payments and the mortgage and the family before I buy toys. So it's not going to be a fast project. You're going to see a video pop up every once in a while here and there. So if you're not ready to stick around for the next however many years to see the end of it, then don't follow along because you're going to be disappointed. But that catches you up to the first 45 years of the car. I'll have another video trying to catch you up to the last couple of years to show you where I'm at now, and then we'll pick it up real time. So thanks for watching.